I'm going to try this one more time from a different angle. I wish I could put more time on this video, and I quite frankly don't know how. Um, I hope this is going up. Anyway, I wrote a mind control book, MD License to Kill, 76 till April Fool, day of 80, and had antifreeze put in me and should have died. Was transported. I'm leaving out all the in-betweens, the hell. I can't get it on the tape, video. I was transported illegally across the state line to Alabama, where I worked for in Huntsville. That's NASA. And where I was taken when I was kidnapped in 1941 to Moulton, Alabama, Lawrence County. By the way, Lawrence is used in all of this, and Montgomery is the birth certificates of the twins. They gave me the name of twin. Carl and Peggy were both dead. They were killed by their mother. It was a horrible upbringing, a pigsty. But anyway, I wanted to get that in because the twins play a part in all this. And I don't know how to say this other than mind control takes away every civil right you have, and it is connected to Ferguson, Missouri. I'm trying to get that in whether it makes sense or not. Anybody that knows anything about this does, mind control, and you can Google it. You couldn't back when I was writing about it. It's where it involves the patterns that were deliberately done. This agency deliberately did them in patterns because mind control has been used since MK Ultra 53. It was the Tesla file stolen in 30. So this has been going on a long time. You can cure illnesses. You can create them. You can program people to murder. Look like suicide when it's murder by mind control. They take your thought process. An agency or someone else is doing your thinking for you, and you're not even aware of it. And if you didn't know and you went to a psychiatrist, they don't even let that enter into a diagnosis. Mind control, it has nothing to do with mental illness, but you'd be put away like Holmes, rural Colorado. I'm just going to show you a few of these mind controls that's been ongoing as it happened later. Fort Hood shooters, the psychiatrist from finished college at Blacksburg, Virginia Tech. That's Montgomery County. And that's where the 33 mass shootings happened April the 16th of '07. But this is not just here in Virginia or Alabama or but while I'm at it, I'm going to try to get this in. If it makes sense to you, if it doesn't, this is my dad. I found out in '83 after I was flown out to Larry Flint's to replace, by the way, this doctor had written about in mind control in Atlanta. He was U.S. Congressman, doctor, and the plane went down when it veered into Russian airspace. '83, August, and I was a candidate and flown out there, and he put Larry McDonald's name in there, actually. I'm going to tie that in if I can. I want to show the double that married Wallace Simpson. This wasn't my father. My father was married to O'Keefe. This is my Aunt Georgia, the artist. My mom's Claudia Ruth, and I bet you never heard of her. This is Gabby Gifford. And remember I said twins. They gave me the name of a twin. And both twins were dead. This is Mark Kelly and Scott Kelly's his twin. And they're astronauts. That gives you the NASA connection. Gabby Gifford actually was a congresswoman. I just ran and didn't get it to replace Larry McDonald. This is an old photo of me. I don't have anything anymore. They've put antifreeze in me. They've done everything in the book to me. And I don't know where my sons are. I just pray that they're okay. This is Mark Air after me. And this is Scott. I've got a glare here. This is my uncle, my dad. There was 99-year seal on his takedown. He wasn't even married to that woman. He was married to my mom. So you see how history records things. This is George, my uncle, who became George the VI. and Roosevelt in 1939, the year I was born, planning my kidnapping. And Roosevelt appointed Joe Kennedy, who's JFK's father, as ambassador to England. 36 till he kicked him out in 46. This is my father again. I've got a glare on it there. So they took my father down because he's a decent man. Look what they've done to him. If you ever are force-fed what's been done to me, why, they've done a number on me. But anyway, this was one of the murders. This is Virginia State Trooper, and I hope I'm not being redundant. They're doing a takeoff on the Childs, as in Childers, and I lived in the National Forest long time after I came to Roanoke. Star froze. But anyway, this is again at Virginia Tech in Blacksburg, Montgomery County, and it's Heidi Childs, the state trooper's daughter, and I'm so sorry because, my God, I'm for law enforcement. I just know that there's some elements of it that aren't good, but that applies to, nobody tried to help me. All these people, and I'm not going to go back or I won't get this in. I'll say this. You should see what happened to me when JFK in 63 was shot. There was mind control used in that too, and Martin Luther King. And I won't go into all that. Remember, I lived in Atlanta. So anybody along the way could have marched. They could have done anything. I mean, they've kept me a pauper. They have tortured me. It's unreal. And to watch the Ferguson and go back to the Zimmerman. George Zimmerman was programmed. So the agencies that can, well, I had a letter from the FBI, okay, when I did the book. I didn't know about my kidnapping. So on June the 23rd of 79, I had a letter from the FBI because I'd been down at their office off and on, and so had my husband. And at that time, I didn't know he was connected to the CIA. Believe me, wouldn't have done any good. There's nothing I could do about it. But it was later, they said national security involved, ongoing investigation, so I'll leave it at that. Now then, I gave you kind of like my son Mark and Scott are heirs after me, and the patterns involve NASA, where they took me near there. That's, who do you think funded NASA? That's Mark and Scott Kelly, twins. They gave me the name of twins. And this is the state trooper here, and you got Virginia Tech again, and the name Charles, and it's got a bunch more. Now then, I'm just going to show you some of the mind control. I may have already done it. James Holmes, who they're torturing with psychotic drugs. You have to stop the programming, and this is going off. I can't do it. I can't get it on here. So I'm going to do one more. This is going to be the third one. It's up to you or anybody. I've put plenty of them on here. My life is hell. I'm 76. I don't know where my sons are. My country has been raided and overrun and made to pay for crimes that this country committed. They're hostages just like me. And here's to the Brits. I hope we win. I hope there's a God that does not believe in the crimes this country and the New World Order, the Illuminati, that have overrun Great Britain, have committed. And that includes the Kennedys, Irish. Remember, my mother was Irish, so I have the right to say that.